Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Woodbine Mohawk Park. This morning we have a 12-race qualifying session, all featuring 2-year-old colts and geldings. In our first qualifier, scratch number 1. I'll play it alone. That'll bring us down to a field of 7 for the first. And here's the field for the first qualifier. Scratching number 1, we'll start with number 2, Delightful Magic. Better's Delight colt, owned by Bill Budd, Chrislyn Nother, Stephen Upson, trained by Bill Budd. Trevor Henry drives a $15,000 London yearling sale purchase. Number 3, Doc Darrell, Sunshine Beach colt, owned and bred by Hudson Standardbred Stable, trained by Sean Stacy and driven by James McDonald. Number 4 is Tattoo Artist. He's watching colt, owned by Frank Cannon, Let It Ride Stables, trained by Dr. Ian Moore, who will also do the driving. Number 5 is Brookdale Ollie, Shadow Play colt, owned by Douglas Pauly, trained by Rail Bourgeois and driven by Jay Harris, a $9,500 London yearling sale by. Number 6 is Lunar Launch, Vintage Master colt, owned by Joan Castle, trained by Drew Smith. Randy Waples drives a $15,000 London purchase. Number 7, Joe Rockhead, Badlands Hanover colt, owned by Bedrock Stables, trained by Carmen Osceola. Jonathan Drury drives. And number 8 is Journalistic, Sports Writer colt, owned by Blair Corbeil, Yolanda Fellows, and Arpad Zabo, trained by Rob Fellows. Louis Waugh drives, a $30,000 Lexington Select yearling sale purchase. Starting gate moves into the stretch. It's a field of 7 for our first of 12 here on this Friday morning at Woodbine Mohawk Park. And they're off and pacing. Tattoo Artist from the center starts off very nicely for trainer driver Ian Moore. On the outside, Joe Rockhead is pushed forward, and far outside that is Journalistic moving up into third. Lunar Launch is also in the mix there fourth, and then it's a gap of 2.5 lengths back to Delightful Magic. Final two as they enter the first turn are Doc Darrell and Brookdale Ollie, so they head towards the opening quarter, and Tattoo Artist, the son he's watching in his debut, is up top through an opening quarter of 28-2. So a solid opening panel here for Tattoo Artist, who swings them into the backstretch. A length and a half away is Joe Rockhead, with a gap of 2 lengths back to Lunar Launch, pacing in third. And then as they move up the backside, that is Journalistic fourth. Gap of 5 or 6 lengths back to Delightful Magic in fifth, about the same margin then going back to Doc Darrell. And at the rear is Brookdale Ollie. So tightly packed is the top four, with a length and a half advantage here for Tattoo Artist over Joe Rockhead, Journalistic, and Lunar Launch. The half was hit in 57-4. So as they'll go into the far turn, the leader continues to be Tattoo Artist. Going off stride in fourth went Lunar Launch. Lunar Launch made a miscue as they entered the far turn. So by 5/8, Tattoo Artist in control, sitting in the 2-hole. That is Joe Rockhead getting a nice trip. Then Journalistic, tightening up was Delightful Magic. Here comes a move from the back from Brookdale Ollie, who is quickly rushing on the outside up into fourth. Then it is Doc Darrell, and at the rear is Lunar Launch after that break. Three-quarter time was 1:28-2, so they turn for home. 30-3 third quarter. Tattoo Artist is trying to seal the deal here, and out of the 2-hole comes Joe Rockhead, who's looking to shoot on by, but is still 2 lengths away now as they come into the final 8. So Tattoo Artist finds more, and it's Tattoo Artist on top by 3 lengths with a 16th to go. Here on the outside, Journalistic moves into second. Joe Rockhead battling at the rail outside Brookdale Ollie and Delightful Magic, but this one goes to Tattoo Artist. Second was Journalistic, third was Brookdale Ollie, then it was Delightful Magic over Joe Rockhead, followed by Lunar Launch and Doc Darrell. 156-3 for Tattoo Artist. Here's the order of finish from the first qualifier. Number 1 was Scratch. Number 2, Delightful Magic was 5th. Number 3, Docdale 7th. Number 4, Tattoo Artist the winner. Number 5, Brookdale Ollie was 3rd. Number 6, Lunar Launch was 6th. Number 7, Joe Rockhead was 4th. Number 8, Journalistic was 2nd. Top to bottom, Scratch 571, 3642. Fractions were 28 and 2, 57 and 4, 128 and 2, 156 and 3 for the winner. Tattoo Artist, a He's Watching Colt, making his qualifying debut here this morning for trainer driver Dr. Ian Moore. It's a winning one, 156 and 3, final quarter 28 and 1. As we're getting set for our second qualifier, for those of you watching our live stream at woodbinemohawkpark.com and through some other platforms, we'd like to welcome you. And we'd like to give a special thanks to the Central Ontario Standardbred Association, COSA, as being the sponsor of our qualifying live stream here throughout the month of June and during our baby races this season. So we should be set to go here in just a moment for our second qualifier as we move over to our first look at the trotters. Number 3, Ripped and Ready, is just getting a quick equipment adjustment over near the paddock. So now the wings of the starting gate are open and the trotters will begin to assemble. So by taking a quick look, there's 5 of them on the track. The only one we don't see is number 6, Oxford Hall. So Put an X through that one, and it'll be a field of 5. Everybody will start in their post positions as programmed. So from the inside out, number 1 is Horse Trader, a wheelin' and dealin' colt, owned and bred by Oakley Farm, trained and driven by Paul Walker. 2 is Tiamo Hanover, a gelded son of Love You, owned by the stable Tiamo Group, trained by Amy McDonald. Anthony McDonald drives, a $12,000 Harrisburg purchase. Number 3, Ripped and Ready, is a muscle mass colt, owned by Dr. Ruth Irving, trained by Richard Moreau, driven by Louis-Philippe Bois, a $37,000 London purchase. 4 is Diamante Vic, Angus Hall colt, owned by Bax Stable and Dave Hudson. Hudson was the breeder. John Bax trains and Matt Bax drives. And number 5 is JC's Royalties, Royalty for Life colt, owned by Patricia Medevere, also the breeder. Shannon Henry trains, Trevor Henry drives. Number 6 is Scratch. So it's a field of 5 lining up for our second of 12 here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. For those of you joining us on track here this morning, we invite you up to the top of our escalators, taking you into the terrace dining room and the Mohawk Harvest Kitchen, where we have some complimentary coffee and pastries available. They are up at the top of the escalators at the hostess stand on the second floor here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Starting gate approaching the start, field of 5 on the trot, picking up speed, and here they come. And the raw fan trotting, Ripped and Ready, splits from the center and steps out to the early lead. Horse Trader holds ground, and everybody else is going to line up as it's Tiamo Hanover into third. Diamante Vic and JC's Royalties is going to make his way over towards the pylons in 5th. So they go into the first turn. And of course, a little overcast here this morning, which means there's no shadows coming off the light poles as they go into that first turn. So Ripped and Ready on top by 2 goes through the opening quarter in just 32 and 4. So not a lot of early speed here as Ripped and Ready, the only one of these 5 with qualifying experience. The other 4 are all making their debuts here this morning. So Ripped and Ready, if you could call him a veteran, this is his second baby race, and he's on top, leading the way by 2.5 lengths. Horse Trader is in second, followed third by Tiamo Hanover. Then it's 2 lengths back to Diamante Vic and JC's Royalties. It's probably about 12 lengths from the top as they approach the midway point. Ripped and Ready hit the opening quarter in 32 and 4 and hits the half now in 103 and 4. So 31 seconds even in the second quarter. Ripped and Ready, the son of Muscle Mass, the leader, is under the far turn. Wheelin' and Dealin' colt Horse Trader is racing in second and now comes to the outside for Walker. So here comes Horse Trader making a move at 5/8. Tiamo Hanover, the gelded son of Love You, is also on the move. And then it is back to Angus Hall colt Diamante Vic and Royalty for Life colt JC's Royalties, who angles to the outside. So a third quarter move sees Horse Trader take the lead and leads by a length on the outside at 3/4 in 133 and 2. So they turn for home. And Horse Trader now is on top and leading by a pair approaching the 8th pole. Ripped and Ready tries to find more. Off stride went Tiamo Hanover. Wide is JC's Royalties out in the center of the track. And then it's back to Diamante Vic as they come into the final 16th. The leader is Horse Trader. Ripped and Ready trying to make one final push, but it'll be Horse Trader to win by about a length. Finishing second was Ripped and Ready, and then it'll be JC's Royalties, Diamante Vic, and Tiamo Hanover, 1, 201 and 4. Here's the order of finish from the second qualifier. Number 1, Horse Trader was the winner. Number 2, Tiamo Hanover was 5th. Number 3, Ripton Ready 2nd. Number 4, Diamante Vic 4th. Number 5, JC's Royalties was 3rd. And number 6 was Scratched. Top to bottom, 152, 43 Scratch. Fractions were 32 and 4, 103 and 4, 133 and 1, 201 and 4 for the winner. Number 1, Horse Trader, a wheelin' and dealin' colt owned and bred by Oakley Farm, trained and driven to victory by Paul Walker. Debut qualifiers, a winning one, 201 and 4, third quarter move to the top, and closes things out with a final quarter of 28 and 2 to win. So coming up next is our third qualifier, and all 6, as programmed, are now on the track. One driver change, number 6, Lions Warrior, will be driven by Sylvain Filion. Here's the field. Number 1 is Enduring Strength. Angus Hall colt, owned by the stable Enduring Strength, trained by Anthony McDonald. Mario Bayarjan's at the controls. Enduring Strength was a $17,000 Lexington Select purchase. 2 is Tuscan Titan, EL Titan colt, owned and bred by Akiri Gaetan Bono, trained by Danny Fontaine. Chris Christopher drives. 3 is Port Perry, a Cadabra colt owned by Determination, trained by Luc Blais. Bob McClure's in the sulky. Port Perry was an $85,000 Lexington Select purchase. Number 4, Blue Cupertino, Cadabra colt owned by Greg McNair, McKinley and Fielding and Crawford Farms, trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair steers, a $20,000 Lexington purchase. 5 is Gamblin' Road, Holiday Road colt, owned by Robert McIntosh Stables, James Walker, and Mardon Stables. Trainer Bob McIntosh, driver Trevor Henry. And number 6 is Lions Warrior, Cadabra colt, owned by Joseph Lyons Mound, trained by Jeff Gillis. Sylvain Filion will drive here this morning, and Lions Warrior was a $30,000 Harrisburg purchase. So there's your field of 6 for our third qualifier, as the 2-year-old colt trotters are now beginning to line up. So as the starting gate rounds the far turn, this field of 6 has taken their positions. Third of 12 on this Friday morning here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. This morning's live stream of our 2-year-old qualifiers is presented by the Central Ontario Standardbred Association. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Off stride was number 6, Lions Warrior. 5 of them remain on gate, picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting. At the rail, Enduring Strength is looking to trot out strong. There is Port Perry from the middle. Outside of him is Blue Cupertino, who's going to have a 3-hole to drop into in front of Tuscan Titan and Gamblin' Road, and then it's back to the early breaker, Lions Warrior. So Enduring Strength starts from the rail, and it gets to the top, just like he did in his debut qualifier. He'll lead the way as they head towards the opening quarter. Sun peeking out a little bit now here in this third qualifier. Opening quarter was 31 seconds flat. It's Enduring Strength on top, leading by about 3, almost 4 lengths as they move into the backstretch. Port Perry is in second, followed by Blue Cupertino in third. Then it's 2.5 lengths back to Tuscan Titan. Off stride is Gamblin' Road, and Lions Warrior pulled up. So there's 5 remaining, heading to the half mile now, and the leader is Enduring Strength, still with that loose lead as Port Perry is racing in second. The half is hit in 1 minute and 3/5. So Enduring Strength, after a 31-second opener, ramped it up there, 29-3 in the second quarter, and is looking strong as they enter the far turn. Enduring Strength, the leader. Port Perry is 5 lengths away in second. Blue Cupertino is in third. Tuscan Titan in fourth. Resetting after the second quarter break is Gamblin' Road, but well behind. And as mentioned, Lions Warrior pulled up. Angling out from third now is Blue Cupertino, as it's a 5-length advantage at 3/4 for Enduring Strength. And the Angus Hall Colt got there in 1:30.3, a 30-second third quarter into the stretch. It's a sizable advantage here for Enduring Strength, and Enduring Strength is looking to close the door on this one. Coming to the 8th pole, leading by a half dozen lengths. Blue Cupertino's got a target and is trotting well and is trying to make up some ground. Port Perry in third, and then Tuscan Titan in fourth. Enduring Strength, Blue Cupertino coming on the outside, and Blue Cupertino is going to get up to win. Enduring Strength finishes in second. Port Perry was third. Tuscan Titan fourth. Gamblin' Road fifth. 2 minutes and 2/5 for Blue Cupertino. Here's the order finish from the third qualifier. Number 1, Enduring Strength was second. Number 2, Tuscan Titan fourth. Number 3, Port Perry third. Number 4, Blue Cupertino was the winner. Number 5, Gamblin' Road was fifth. And number 6, Lions Warrior pulled up and did not finish. Top to bottom, 2, 4, 3, 1, 5 DNF. Fractions were 31, a minute 3/5, 1:30 and 3, 2 minutes and 2/5 for the winner. Number 4, Blue Cupertino, tracking down Enduring Strength there to get up at the line. Second qualifier for this Cadabra Colt. Finished fourth in his debut. Did trot home strongly in 27 and 4. Another good final quarter here this morning. $20,000 Lexington Select purchase. Is trained by Greg McNair. Driven to victory by Doug McNair. Once again, the time of the mile for Blue Cupertino was 2 minutes and 2/5. Wings of the starting gate are open for our fourth qualifier as we return to the pace now. And we've got a couple of scratches here. Take out number 1, Blue Oyster Colt, and number 3, Indictable Hanover. So that brings us down to a field of 5. Starting from the rail will be number 2, Lose Delight, a Bettor's Delight Colt owned by Yolanda Fellows, Arpad Zabo, and Blair Corbeil, trained by Rob Fellows. Louis-Philippe Bois drives, a $20,000 Lexington Select purchase. Next up is number 4, Rub Me, Badlands Hanover Colt, owned by Let It Ride Stables, Dana Parham, trained by Tony O'Sullivan and driven by Chris Christoforou. 5, You Super, Sports Writer Colt, owned by Next Generation Stable, trained by Dr. Ian Moore. Trevor Henry drives, a $22,000 Harrisburg purchase. 6, Shelton Sealster is a He's Watching Colt owned by Maneri Racing, Kenneth Ewan, Bruce Norris, trained by Dave Maneri. Jody Jamieson steers, a $130,000 London yearling sale buy. And 7, The Amazing Sando, Dally colt, owned by Hubert McDonald, Jamie Smith, trained by Harry Polton. James McDonald drives. That's your field for the fourth qualifier. Take out 1 and 3, bringing us down to a field of 5. Starting gate into the stretch. Field of 5 picking up speed, and here they come. And they're offhand pacing to a relatively even beginning. The outside two look like they're going to be the quickest away. Shelton Sealster and the amazing Sando on the outside is going to have to take a spot in second as Shelton Sealster pushes ahead. Shelton Sealster over the amazing Sando, and there's You Super moving up into third in front of Lose Delight, and then it is Rub Me fifth into the first turn, and Shelton Sealster is the leader for Jody Jamieson on top by a length and a half over the amazing Sando as they're past the opening quarter in 31 and 2. Moving into the backstretch, and Shelton Sealster picks it up a little bit here and leads by a pair. The amazing Sando is in second, and then it's 3 lengths back to You Super in third, with a margin of about 5 lengths back then to Lose Delight, and last is Rub Me as this field of 5 heads up the backstretch. Shelton Sealster, second qualifier for this He's Watching colt. He made a break in the third quarter during his debut. He's leading here this morning, and he is past the midway point in 59 and 4, so he was really pacing there in the second quarter as he ramped it up, and on top, a 28 and 2 second quarter for Shelton Sealster. The amazing Sando is in second, You Super in third, and then back and forth, that is Lose Delight. Fifth is Rub Me. Out from third, You Super is coming now for Henry to the outside, is only 2 lengths away. The leader continues to be Shelton Sealster. The amazing Sando has been following throughout, and they reach 3 quarters in 1:28 and 1, so they'll spin for home. And at the inside, it's Shelton Sealster. On the outside, You Super. The amazing Sando stays right behind the leader, is now 2 lengths away as Shelton Sealster looks to kick home strong. They come to the 8th pole. Shelton Sealster on top, and the lead is growing here now. Back in second, the amazing Sando. Then it's You Super to Lose Delight and Rub Me. Here is Shelton Sealster with a strong looking effort to win. Finishing second, the amazing Sando. Third was You Super over Lose Delight and Rub Me. 155 flat for Shelton Sealster. Here's the order of finish from the fourth qualifier. Number 1 was Scratch. Number 2, Lose Delight, was fourth. Number 3 was Scratch. Number 4, Rub Me, was fifth. Number 5, You Super, was third. Number 6, Shelton Sealster, the winner. Number 7, The Amazing Sando, was second. Top to bottom, Scratch 4, Scratch 5, 3, 1, 2. Fractions were 31 and 2, 59 and 4, 128 and 1, 155 flat, 26 and 4 final quarter for He's Watching Colt Shelton Sealster. He made a break in his qualifying debut a week ago. Today, no mistakes at all. Coast to coast, 155, $130,000 London yearling sale purchase. He's trained by Dave Maneri and was driven this morning by Jody Jameson. Shelton Sealster takes the fourth. Next up is our fifth qualifier. Continuing with Pacers, no changes. Field of 7. Number 1, Beach Blanket Book, sports writer colt owned by Hutt Racing Stable, Mackenheim Stables, trained by Blake McIntosh. Chris Christopher, who drives a $17,000 Lexington buy. 2 is D. Chairman, Sunshine Beach colt, owned and bred by Hudson Standardbred Stable, trained by Sean Stacy. James McDonald steers. 3 is Frontier Cruise, the Sunshine Beach colt, owned by the stable Frontier Cruise, trained and driven by Anthony McDonald, a $22,000 Lexington purchase. 4 is Manlicious, a malicious colt owned by Dr. Ian Moore, Reginald McPherson, and David Silifant. Dr. Ian Moore trains and drives, a $13,500 purchase at the Atlantic Classic sale. 5 is Far Better, gelded son of Bettor's Delight, owned and bred by Robert McIntosh Stables, CSX Stables, and Al McIntosh Holdings. Bob McIntosh trains, Trevor Henry drives. 6 is Major Gravity, an Art Major colt owned by Christopher Nickel, trained by Dan Legacy. Sylvan Filion's in the sulky. Major Gravity was an $11,000 Harrisburg purchase. And number 7 is Arrhythmic Surge, Better Than Cheddar colt owned by Arrhythmic LLC, trained by Rob Fellows. Louis Waugh does the driving. So it's a field of 7 for our 5th qualifier as the starting gate reaches the top of the stretch. Pacers are lined up, picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Frontier Cruise charges out of there from post 3 and quickly crosses over to the pylons. From the center towards the outside, it's Far Better and Major Gravity. Beach Blanket Book will hold ground at the rail. Then it's DeChairman, who is followed by Manlicious. And on the outside, pushing ahead now into mid-pack, is Arrhythmic Surge. Will be looking for a spot. They go into the first turn. Frontier Cruise at the rail, and Major Gravity, a couple whip taps from Filion, will power around and clears to the top to take them through an opening quarter of 29 and 2. Major Gravity, the leader by a length and a half. Frontier Cruise in second, looking to tighten up in third. That is Beach Blanket Book. 2.5 lengths back to Far Better in fourth. The same margin then to Arrhythmic Surge, who found a spot in fifth. 3 lengths back then to DeChairman sixth, and seventh moving to the outside. Manlicious wants to get a little closer for Dr. Ian Moore, so they're going up the backside. Length and a half advantage for Major Gravity and Filion over Frontier Cruise and Anthony McDonald, who are sitting right on the leader's back. Then 2 lengths to Beach Blanket Book in third. Far Better is fourth, and now into fifth on the outside. That is Manlicious. The half was hit in 59 seconds even. 29 and 3 second quarter after a 29 and 2 opener, and Major Gravity takes them by 5/8, leading by a length and a half. Frontier Cruise in second. Still 2 lengths to Beach Blanket Book. Manlicious continues to grind away here in the middle half, is now up into fourth. Inside to Far Better, 2 lengths to Arrhythmic Surge, and the last one is DeChairman. They're coming towards 3 quarters. They tighten up at the top now. Major Gravity with Frontier Cruise all over his back, and coming to the outside, Beach Blanket Book now is only a length and a half away. 1:28 was your 3/4 time. They're into the stretch, and Beach Blanket Book has now stormed on by to take the lead. Major Gravity is relegated to second. Frontier Cruise slipped off the rail. Far outside, Manlicious. In behind is Far Better. Less than an eighth of a mile to go. Beach Blanket Book has got the lead here for Christopheru. Frontier Cruise trying to make a late bid, coming towards the inside, but it's Beach Blanket Book to win. Frontier Cruise was second. Outside, Manlicious is third over Far Better, Major Gravity, Arrhythmic Surge, and DeChairman. 156 and 1. Here's the order finish from the fifth qualifier. Number 1, Beach Blanket Book was the winner. Number 2, D. Chairman was 7th. Number 3, Frontier Cruise 2nd. Number 4, Manlicious was 3rd. Number 5, Far Better 4th. Number 6, Major Gravity 5th. And number 7, A Rhythmic Surge was 6th. Top to bottom, 172, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fractions were 29 and 2, 59, 128, 156 and 1. The winner was Sports Writer Colt Beach Blanket Book. Paced along third throughout until about the three-quarter pole, moved to the outside, and powers on by and wins nicely for Chris Christoforou, driving for trainer Blake McIntosh. Beach Blanket Book hits third qualifier. That was his second Q victory. $17,000 Lexington buy wins today in a new mark of 156 and 1. Coming up next is our sixth qualifier. And all 7 as programmed are now on the track. There are no changes here. So with all 7 on the track, well, let's just jump right in and meet the field. Number 1, Giddy Up Max, is a Bettor's Delight colt owned by David Shea. Lee Shea, trained by Harry Polton and driven by James McDonald. $38,000 Harrisburg purchase. 2 is Century Grizzly, Sunshine Beach colt owned by Paul Ritchie, trained by Jim Ritchie. Jody Jameson drives, a $12,000 London purchase. 3, Unique Beach, is a Some Beach Somewhere colt owned by Gene Keller and Lauren Keller, trained by Tony O'Sullivan. The driver's Chris Christoforou, a $70,000 Harrisburg purchase. 4, Bet the Limit, Bettor's Light colt owned by L'Écurie d'Orleans, along with 2745 5815 Quebec Inc., along with Gestion Levesque 2005 Inc. and Écurie CSL, trained by Jacques Dupont. Bob McClure drives, a $50,000 Harrisburg purchase. 5, World Wonder, Better Than Cheddar colt owned by Hut Racing Stable, trained by Rob Fellows. Louis Waugh drives, a $12,000 Lexington grad. 6 is Social Thought, Vintage Master Colt, owned and bred by Millar Farms, trained by Eric Adams. Randy Waples drives. And number 7 is Allywag Hanover, a Captain Treacherous colt, owned by Brad Gray, Dan Legacy, Legacy Trains. Sylvan Filion drives, a $95,000 Harrisburg purchase. So there's your field of 7 as the starting gate now begins to move, and this group of rookie pacing colts is going to line up for qualifier 6. Starting gate into the stretch, field of 7 picking up speed for the 6th, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Allywag Hanover from the outside is leaving out of there for Filion, and Allywag Hanover is definitely the quickest away. Will cross over in front of 6 rivals. Giddy Up Max, and then it is Unique Beach on the outside to Century Grizzly at the rail 4th, followed by Bet the Limit, World Wonder, and Social Thought. So from the outside to the top, and Allywag Hanover, who finished up very strong in his debut last week, he is going to be put up top here by Sylvan Filion as they go through an opening quarter of 31 and 2. So the leaders, Allywag Hanover, on top by about 3 lengths as they straighten out into the backstretch. Giddy Up Max is in second. Then it is Unique Beach in third. 3 lengths back to Century Grizzly in fourth, who's followed by Bet the Limit fifth. Sixth is World Wonder. Seventh is Social Thought. And Allywag Hanover is cruising along up top, leading by a pair. Giddy Up Max continues to pace in second. Couple whip taps there. 3 lengths back to Unique Beach in third. So Allywag Hanover will take them past the midway point in a minute and 2/5. Ramped it up 29 seconds even in the second quarter, and Allywag Hanover is storming into the far turn. So it's Allywag Hanover, who was racing about mid-pack in his debut last week before pacing home in 26 and 4 to come up just short beat and neck, is doing it all in the front here this morning for Filion. Giddy Up Max in second, 5 lengths back to Unique Beach, Century Grizzly, then it is Bet the Limit, and then back to Social Thought, as World Wonder had an issue there and is the last 3/4 time, 128 and 4. So into the stretch, and Allywag Hanover will try to close this one out strong. It's Allywag Hanover pacing home here on top by nearly 10 lengths. On the outside, Century Grizzly is looking to move into second. Up the rail is Unique Beach. Giddy Up Max now backs up into fourth, but this is Allywag Hanover, and the son of Captain Treacherous storms home. Looks impressive. Coast-to-coast victory in 155 and 4. Second went to Unique Beach, then it was Century Grizzly, followed by Giddy Up Max, Bet the Limit, Social Thought, and World Wonder. 155 for Giddy Up, or I should say for Allywag Hanover. Correction on that time, 155 and 4, the final time, not 155 flat, 155 and 4 for Allywag Hanover. And with the conclusion of our sixth qualifier, we'll now take a break to allow horses in the back half of today's qualifying session the opportunity to warm up. For those of you with us on track, we invite you up to the second floor, top of the escalators at the entrance to the terraced dining room and the Mohawk Harvest Kitchen. At the hostess stand, we've got some complimentary coffee and pastries. If they're still there, help yourself. Once again, we will now take a break before we resume with qualifiers 7 through 12. Time to resume with today's qualifying action here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. We'll give the order of finish from the 6th following the 7th, and the 7th is lined up behind the starting gate. There are no changes. It's a field of 6 on the trot. Here's the field. Number 1 is Don't Park Me. DeJambro Colt, owned by Bill Maines, Randy Christopher, Victor Putty, and Stephen Papillon. Victor Putty trains, Trevor Henry drives. 2 is Sebastian Ray, Sebastian K. Colt, owned by 11874222 Ontario Inc., trained by Anthony McDonald, driven by Mario Bayarjan, $50,000 Lexington buy. 3, Marbellos, is an Angus Hall colt, owned and bred by Bob Key, trained by Paul Reed, Scott Young steers. 4 is Awesome Dabra, Cadabra colt, owned by Gary Lance, who trains. Chris Christopher drives, a $45,000 Lexington buy. 5 is Down to the Honky Tonk, a Prestidigitator colt, owned by Dustin Jones Stables. Jones trains and drives. And 6 is LMC Hope, Archangel colt, owned by Frank Cirillo, also the breeder. Nick Gallucci trains. Sylvan Filion is in the sulky. So there's your field of 6 2-year-old trotting colts for qualifier number 7. Gate picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting. Down to the Honky Tonk is firing out of there for Jones. Also out of there well is Sebastian Ray. In between horses is Marbellos. On the outside, LMC Hope. To that one's inside is Awesome Dabra. And the rail starter, Don't Park Me, is going to get away 6. They're heading towards the first turn. Sebastian Ray is the leader. Second is Down to the Honky Tonk. And there's a 3-hole there if LMC Hope can drop into it in front of Marbellos as they head to the opening quarter. So on top, it's Sebastian Ray. Sebastian Ray down to the Honky Tonk. LMC Hope a little green, couple whip taps, and now gets over to the pylons in front of Marbellos. The opening quarter was 32-2. Racing in 5th, that is Awesome Dabra. The last one is Don't Park Me. Field of 6 is heading up the backside with the leader Sebastian Ray. Sebastian Ray on top by about 2. Trying to pick it up down to the Honky Tonk is going to close that gap. Then it's LMC Hope in 3rd, 3 lengths back to Marbellos in 4th, followed 5th by Awesome Dabra, and 6th is Don't Park Me as they approach the midway point. So heading up towards the half, and Sebastian Ray, second qualifier for this son of Sebastian K. He's past the half in 102 and 3. 30-1 in the second quarter after a 32-2 opener. Sebastian Ray, who won his debut qualifier in 201-2 with a 28-2 final quarter, is the leader, and he's picking it up in the third quarter, going by 5/8, leading by 2.5. Down to the Honky Tonk in second, 4 or 5 lengths back to LMC Hope in third, and then it's about 8 lengths back to Marbellos. To the outside comes Awesome Dabra, and the final one is Don't Park Me. Three-quarter time is up 131 and 3 into the stretch, and after a 29-second third quarter, Sebastian Ray is trying to close it out, and the lead grows once again. Down to the Honky Tonk in second. LMC Hope is in third, and into fourth, Awesome Dabra, back to Marbellos, and Don't Park Me, less than an eighth to go. And this is Sebastian Ray and Mario Bayarjan. They're looking to go coast to coast, and they're going to do just that. It's going to be another Q victory for Sebastian Ray, the son of Sebastian K. will win. Down to the Honky Tonk was second, Awesome Dabra into third. Then it was LMC Hope, followed by Don't Park Me and Marbellos. 2 minutes and a fifth for Sebastian Ray. Let's go back to qualifier number 6 to give you the rundown. Number 1, Giddy Up Max was 4th. Number 2, Century Grizzly 2nd. Number 3, Unique Beach was 3rd. Number 4, Bet the Limit was 5th. Number 5, World Wonder 7th. Number 6, Social Thought was 6th. And number 7, Allywag Hanover was the winner. Top to bottom, 4-2-3, 5-7-6-1. The winner was number 7, Allywag Hanover. Fractions were 31 and 2, a minute and 2/5, 128 and 4, 155 and 4. So 27 seconds home. Allywag Hanover, son of Captain Treacherous, trained by Dan Legacy, was driven by Sylvan Filion, a $95,000 Harrisburg buy. A very nice looking performance here this morning for the victory. We'll move over now to the 7th qualifier, which was just completed. And here's the order of finish. Number 1, Don't Park Me was 5th. Number 2, Sebastian Ray, the winner. Number 3, Marbellos was 6th. Number 4, Awesome Dabra, 3rd. Number 5, Down to the Honky Tonk was 2nd. And number 6, LMC Hope was 4th. Top to bottom, 5-1-6, 3-2-4. Fractions were 32 and 2, 102 and 3, 131 and 3, 2 minutes and a 5th. For number 2, Sebastian Ray, a son of Sebastian K, trained by Anthony McDonald, driven by Mario Bayarjan, $50,000 Lexington sale purchase. Picks up his 2nd consecutive qualifying victory, shaves a little over a second off his time from last week at 2:01 and 2, gets a new mark at 2 minutes and a 5th here this morning. Sebastian Ray takes the 7th. Up next is our 8th qualifier. Trotters again. No changes. Here's the field. Number 1 is Fitbit, Muscle Mass Colt. owned by Robert McIntosh Stables, CSX Stables, also the breeders. Bob McIntosh trains, Trevor Henry drives. 2 is Laval Titan, EL Titan colt owned by Ikari Gaetan Bono. That's a homebred for Ikari Gaetan Bono. Danny Fontaine trains, Chris Christopher drives. 3 is Journeyman K, Angus Hall colt owned by Bob Key, also the breeder. Paul Reed trains, Scott Young drives. 4 is Built Strong. Coyote Wind Farms owns this son of Muscle Mass, trained by Clark Bealby. Sylvan Filion drives. A $120,000 purchase at the Lexington Selected Yearling Sale. 5 is Hometown Boys, Muscle Mass colt owned by the stable Hometown Boys and Terry DeVos. Anthony McDonald trains, Mario Bayarjan drives, and number 6 is Hot Wheels, gelded son of Wheelin' and Dealin'. Jody Jameson's the owner driver, Stephanie Jameson's the trainer, a $15,000 London purchase. Starting gates into the stretch, trotters for the 8th, they're picking up speed, and here they come. Off stride, 3 of them at the inside, Fitbit, Laval Titan, and Journeyman K. Not sure if there's any contact before the start, but those 3 were off stride and are trying to be taken out of the way. Here's Built Strong from the middle, along with Hometown Boys and Hot Wheels, so they're looking to get away from the breakers. Still off stride, that is Journeyman K, Laval Titan, and resetting his Fitbit last. They're heading to the first turn, and the leader is Built Strong over Hometown Boys and Hot Wheels. So those 3 unscathed in the early going, and Built Strong leads it. A couple of whip taps here, trying to stay to his task. 32-4 was the opening quarter. So the leader is Built Strong over Hometown Boys and Hot Wheels. The breakers were Fitbit, Laval Titan, and Journeyman K. Fitbit is only about 9 or 10 lengths away from the top 3 as they head up the backside. So it is Built Strong leading this one by a pair. Hometown Boys in second, Hot Wheels in third. Fitbit trying to get a little bit closer, and then it is way back to Laval Titan and Journeyman K as they race past the midway point. Hot Wheels is out from third for Jameson. 1:04 was your half-mile clocking, and Hot Wheels has now rushed up to take the lead. Hot Wheels to the top. In second now is Built Strong. 2 lengths back to Hometown Boys in third. 4 lengths back to Fitbit in fourth, and then way back to Laval Titan and Journeyman K. Hot Wheels was ready to go, and here's Hot Wheels heading to 3/4, leading by nearly 4 lengths, and Hot Wheels is going to race past that third station in 1:32-1. So that was 28-1 in the third quarter. Might have been even a little quicker there for Hot Wheels as he was moving to the top. Hot Wheels is on top here, coming to the 8th pole. Back in second, that is Built Strong. Then way back to Hometown Boys. Fitbit is trying to get by him up the inside. 16th to go, and Hot Wheels is going to get his 3rd consecutive baby race victory. It is Hot Wheels to win. Finishing second, that is Built Strong, and it'll be Fitbit up the inside for 3rd over Hometown Boys 4th, and then it'll be back to Laval Titan and Journeyman K. 2:01-4 for Hot Wheels. Here's the order of finish from qualifier number 8. Number 1, Fitbit was third. Number 2, Laval Titan was fifth. Number 3, Journeyman K was sixth. Number 4, Built Strong second. Number 5, Hometown Boys fourth. And number 6, Hot Wheels was the winner. Top to bottom, 3, 5, 6, 2, 4, 1. Fractions were 32 and 4, 104, 132 and 1, 201 and 4. The winner was number 6, Hot Wheels. Gelded son of Wheelin' and Dealin' has now won 3 straight 2-year-old qualifiers. Trained by Stephanie Jameson, owned and driven by Jody Jameson. $15,000 London buy, wins in 201 and 4. Coming up next, it's qualifier number 9. Back to the pace now for qualifiers 9, 10, 11, and 12. So pacers for the balance of today's qualifying session. Here is your field for qualifier number 9. Number 1 is Mayhem Hanover, a sports writer colt owned by Scott Horner and Clay Horner, trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair drives, an $80,000 Harrisburg purchase. 2 is One for Julius. He's watching colt owned by Andrea Lee Racing Stables and Lakefield Gore, trained by Dustin Jones. The driver is Chris Christoforou. Number 3, Twin Bee French Toast. Jody Jameson driving the Sunshine Beach colt owned by Jack Darling Stables Limited, trained by Jack Darling. Jody Jameson, as mentioned, drives the $30,000 Harrisburg buy. 4 is Rose Run Volcano, a sports writer colt owned by W.J. Donovan, trained by Richard Moreau. Louis Philippe was the reinsman, $22,000 Lexington buy. 5 is Press Time, sports writer colt owned by Doug Pauly, along with Gordon and Joanne McComb, trained by Real Bourgeois. Jay Harris drives, $27,000 Harrisburg purchase. 6 is McPherson Thunder, Sunshine Beach colt owned by the stable McPherson Group, and Kerry Howard, trained by Anthony McDonald. Mario by Argent steers. And number 7 is To Jennifer's Credit, an Up the Credit colt owned by Sean Arnott. Also the breeder and the trainer, Phil Houdon, is in the sulky. Starting gate into the stretch, a field of 7 for the 9th, picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Twin Bee French Toast is leaving from the middle. So too, that is McPherson Thunder from the outside, along with To Jennifer's Credit. At the rail is Mayhem Hanover, and between horses is One for Julia. So an early mix here as they go towards the first turn, and Mayhem Hanover is really holding ground at the rail and is going to push ahead here for McNair. So McPherson Thunder won't get the top. Looks like that one will try and settle into second in front of One for Julius, who's followed by Twin Bee French Toast. To Jennifer's Credit is into 5th. 6th is Rose Run Volcano, and 7th, that is Press time. The opening quarter was 29-2. So Mayhem Hanover is up top here for McNair, leading by a pair. McPherson Thunder in second, one for Julius in third, with a break of 3 lengths then to Twin B French Toast, who is followed by To Jennifer's Credit. The Rose Run Volcano, and making a break at the back went Press Time. Press Time made a miscue in the second quarter. Mayhem Hanover is showing the way. Second qualifier for this son of sports writer. He closed in 26-4 in his debut qualifier to finish third, and this time out he is on the lead and he is showing the way past the half in 58-3. So as they go into the far turn, it was a 29-2 opener, a 29-1 second quarter, and Mayhem Hanover is calling the shots. McPherson Thunder in second, one for Julius is third, tracked fourth by Twin B French Toast, 2 lengths then to Jennifer's Credit, 3 lengths back to Rose Run Volcano, and Press Time made that break and is well behind, and Mayhem Hanover opens up a lead of 4 as they'll race by 3 quarters. Mayhem Hanover is there in 1:26-4, 28-1 in the third quarter. Mayhem Hanover has been cruising along here, and he's going to try and seal the deal now. He's on top by a half dozen lengths. On the outside, that is one for Julius, trying to get by McPherson Thunder into second. Up the rail late, Twin B French Toast. Behind horses is To Jennifer's Credit. It's a sizable advantage here for Mayhem Hanover. Set some solid fractions, and Mayhem Hanover, second time out, and he's going to win here this morning. Good looking performance. One for Julius was second. McPherson Thunder was third. Then it was Twin B French Toast, To Jennifer's Credit, Rose Run Volcano, and Press Time. 1:54-3 for Mayhem Hanover. Here's the order of finish from the 9th qualifier. Number 1, Mayhem Hanover was the winner. Number 2, one for Julius was second. Number 3, Twin B French Toast fourth. Number 4, Rose Run Volcano sixth. Number 5, Press Time was seventh. Number 6, McPherson Thunder was third, and number 7, To Jennifer's Credit was fifth. Top to bottom, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 3, 5. Fractions were 29-2, 58-3, 126-4, 154-3 for the winner. Number 1, Mayhem Hanover, a sports writer colt owned by Scott Horner and Clay Horner, trained by Greg McNair, driven to victory by Doug McNair. $80,000 Harrisburg buy, second qualifier for him. Finished third in his debut a week ago, stormed home in 26-4. Today, McNair puts him up front, and he sets strong fractions and closes this thing out with a 27-4 kicker to get a 154-3 mark. A real nice performance from Mayhem Hanover to win the ninth. Up next is our 10th qualifier, continuing on with the Pacers. No changes here, field of 7. Number 1, Sir James the Great, is a big gym colt owned by Dogfin Henriksen and Gary Volpe, trained and driven by Dogfin Henriksen, a $15,000 London purchase. 2, You Bet 'em Watching, is a gelded son of He's Watching, owned by Jeff Lilly, Blair McLaughlin, and Shirlene O'Brien, trained and driven by Marcel Barriot. 3 is Quick Tour, a Mach 3 colt owned by RAW Equine and Mark Horner, trained by Mark Horner. Michael Horner will do the driving, a $7,000 Harrisburg purchase. 4, Priceless Sunshine is a Sunshine Beach colt owned by High Stakes Stable, trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair is in the sulky, a $22,000 Harrisburg purchase. 5, Irish Prince is a gelded son of Royal Majesty owned by Brad Gray, trained by Corey Giles. Louis Waugh drives, an $18,000 London purchase. 6, Acrobat Hanover is a sports writer colt owned by Brad Gray and Dan Legacy. Legacy trained. Sylvan Filion drives, a $40,000 Harrisburg buy. And 7 is Elite Retreat, Dream Away colt owned by Winback Farm, also the breeders. Blake McIntosh trains and James McDonald does the driving. Starting to get into the stretch, field of 7 picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Irish Prince from the center is storming out of there. So too is Acrobat Hanover. At the rail is Sir James the Great. Meanwhile, it's back to the final four with Elite Retreat looking to get into that fourth position in front of Quick Tour, followed by You Bet I'm Watching and Priceless Sunshine. To the first turn they go. Sir James the Great stormed out of there at the rail, really holding his ground, keeping Irish Prince to the outside, but will now clear. So Irish Prince gets over and will post an opening quarter of 29 and 3. Irish Prince will be the leader. Second is Sir James the Great, and then third is Acrobat Hanover. Racing in fourth is Elite Retreat, 3 lengths back to Quick Tour in fifth, then 2.5 lengths back to a green You Bet I'm Watching, who's having some issues, so Priceless Sunshine had no choice but to circle around at the back. Heading up the back stretch, and as they approach the midway point, Irish Prince, his third time qualifying, he is going to lead them to the midway point here, and he's going to reach the midway point in 58 and 4. So it's a 58 and 4 opening half here for Irish Prince. Irish Prince by a length and a half over Sir James the Great, riding in that pocket spot. Acrobat Hanover in third with a gap of 5 back to Elite Retreat. Here to the outside comes Quick Tour getting underway in the third quarter. Priceless Sunshine and You Bet I'm Watching. 3/4 is the next destination. It's a length and a half advantage. Irish Prince with Sir James the Great was right on his helmet and now angles out for Henriksen. Meanwhile, getting closer is Quick Tour on the outside, and Acrobat Hanover might have something to say in the lane. 3/4 was 127 and 2. So they're into the stretch, and on the far outside, this is Quick Tour looking to sweep on by. Sir James the Great in the center, looking to split between rivals. That is Acrobat Hanover. Trying to dig in at the rail is Irish Prince. 4 across with less than an eighth of a mile to go. Far outside, it's Quick Tour. Sir James the Great is battling. So too is Acrobat Hanover coming through. They're coming towards the line, and it's going to be Quick Tour to win. Second was Sir James the Great. Then third was, as they went by the line, Acrobat Hanover, followed by Irish Prince, Priceless Sunshine, Elite Retreat, and You Bet I'm Watching. 155 and 4. Order of finish from qualifier 10. Number 1, Sir James the Great was second. Number 2, You Bet I'm Watching 7th. Number 3, Quick Tour the winner. Number 4, Priceless Sunshine was 5th. Number 5, Irish Prince 4th. Number 6, Acrobat Hanover 3rd. Number 7, Elite Retreat was 6th. Top to bottom, 271, 5436. Quick Tour was the winner, a Mach 3 Colt owned by RAW Equine and Mark Horner, also the trainer. $7,000 Harrisburg buy. Debut qualifier is a winning one in 155 and 4. A nice performance here. Up next is our 11th qualifier, field of 7 as listed. We'll line up. Number 1 is Apple Corp Hanover. He's Watching Colt, owned by Travis Henry, Craig Wood, and Princeton Farms. Trained by Matty Henry. Travis Henry drives. $10,000 Harrisburg purchase. 2 is Posidon Sealster, Sunshine Beach Colt, owned by Keith Castle, trained by Matt Dupuis. Bob McClure drives a $16,000 London purchase. 3 is Warwee Vital, Captain Treacherous Colt, owned by Blair Corbeil, Yolanda Fellows, and M&S Racing Stable. Rob Fellows trains. Louis Watt drives, $32,000 Lexington buy. 4 is Kalima, He's Watching Colt, Blooming Wood Farms Limited, the owner breeder. Greg McNair trains. Doug McNair drives. 5 is Denali Sealster, Sunshine Beach Colt, owned by Ratchford Stable, trained by Dr. Ian Moore. Sylvan Filion steers, $34,000 London purchase. 6 is a Game Changer. Lyle MacArthur trains and drives for this Shadow Play Colt, which is owned by Linda Wellwood, along with Tammy Aspen and Mike Schunock. $15,000 London purchase. And 7 is Calling All Beaches, Some Beach Somewhere Colt, owned by Maneri Guerrero, Blue Chip Bloodstock, Holland Racing Stable, and PPG Stables. Dave Maneri trains. Jody Jameson drives. $135,000 Harrisburg purchase. Starting gate at the top of the stretch, a field of 7 for the 11th qualifier, picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing, calling all beaches from the outside. In the center, that is Colima, who is going to get out of there well and will be the early leader, being followed by Denali Sealster. Towards the inside is Warwee Vital. Then at the rail, it's Apple Corp Hanover, Poseidon Sealster, and a Game Changer. To the top, calling all beaches, ultimately does get to that top position and will clear in front of Colima as they go into the first turn. Denali Sealster is in third. Fourth is Warwee Vital. Then it's Apple Corp Hanover, Poseidon Sealster, and the last one is a Game Changer. 30 seconds even is the opening quarter, and they move into the backstretch. Calling all beaches, the son of some beach somewhere, second qualifier for him, and he is leading them up the backside. Kalima will sit comfortably there in the 2-hole, and Denali Seelster is ready to go from third here for Filion, so he pulls on the right line, and Denali Seelster is moving in the second quarter. Warwi Vital is in fourth, then it's Applecorp Hanover, 4 lengths back to Poseidon Seelster, and the last one is a game changer, and we got a new leader at the half, which is hitting 59 seconds flat, as up to take the lead. This is Denali Seelster. So Denali Seelster, who went coast to coast in his debut qualifier, winning in 157-1, moves up to the top in the second quarter and is leading them by 5/8. Calling all beaches is in second. Colima continues to sit right behind him in third. 2 lengths back to Warwi Vital in fourth. Another 2 to Applecorp Hanover, and then it's Poseidon Seelster and a game changer out from second. Calling all beaches now, trying to reclaim the lead. Comes out of the deuce there and gets on even terms here with the leader, which was Denali Seelster at 3/4 in 1:27. 28-second third quarter. Denali Seelster turns him away, and as they come to the 8th pole, leads by 1.5 lengths. Kalima is in behind. Then back and forth is Warwi Vital. Poseidon Seelster into 5th. 16th to go now, and Denali Seelster is going to pick up a second consecutive qualifying victory. Denali Seelster will take it. Finishing in second, that was Kalima. Then third was Calling All Beaches, followed fourth by Warwi Vital. Fifth was Poseidon Seelster, and then the final 2 were a game changer and Applecorp Hanover. 154-3 for Denali Seelster. Qualifier 11, rundown. Number 1, Apple Corp Hanover was 7th. Number 2, Poseidon Sealster was 5th. Number 3, Warwi Vital 4th. Number 4, Kalima 2nd. Number 5, Denali Sealster the winner. Number 6, A Game Changer was 6th. And number 7, Calling All Beaches was 3rd. 754-2163 is your rundown. Fractions were 30, 59, 127, 154, and 3. The winner was number 5, Denali Sealster. Back-to-back Q scores here for this son of Sunshine Beach, trained by Dr. Ian Moore, driven by Sylvain Filion. $34,000 London purchase, won last week in 157 and 1. He went coast to coast. This morning it's a second quarter move to the top. Back half 55 and 3. Final quarter 27 and 3. Denali Sealster wins the 11th. One qualifier to go here at Woodbine Mohawk Park as we're now into a Friday afternoon. 12th and final, beginning to line up, pacing Colts and Geldings. Looks like we're going to scratch number 7, Beaumont Hanover, so it'll be a field of 6. James McDonald drives 6, Utopia, and here's the field. Number 1, Before and Beyond, is a gelded son of Better's Delight, owned and bred by Millar Farms, trained by Eric Adams and driven by Randy Waples. 2 is Cowboy Logic, a Western Ideal colt owned by 1187422 Ontario Inc., trained by Rob Fellows, Sylvain Filion steers, a $35,000 Harrisburg purchase. 3 is Last 3, a homebred for Robert Chappell. Greg McNair trains. Doug McNair drives this Mach 3 colt. Number 4, Anetto, a Better's Delight colt owned by Synerco Ventures, trained by Tim Gillespie and driven by Bob McClure, a $44,000 Harrisburg buy. 5 is National Sport, sports writer colt owned by 1362313 Ontario Limited, trained by Richard Morrow and driven by Louis-Philippe Bois. And number 6 is Utopian. This is a gelded son of Big Jim, owned by Annalise Horn, trained by Harry Polton. James McDonald steers. Take out number 7. So it's a field of 6 to wrap up our qualifying session. Today's live stream of our 2-year-old qualifiers and all of our qualifying live streams throughout the month of June have been presented by the Central Ontario Standardbred Association. We'd like to thank COSA for sponsoring our live stream. Don't forget, live racing continues here tonight at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Post time for our 11 race card is pushed back a later post time than usual. Tonight we will begin the action at 7:55. Note that 7:55 starting time tonight and tomorrow here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Starting gate to the top of the stretch, 12th and final is lined up. Gate picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Cowboy Logic will get the first call as he and Filion are storming out of there. There's a Netto who's going to move into second. The rail starter Before and Beyond will get away in third. And then the rest of them will line up. Last 3, National Sport and Utopian. So Cowboy Logic is second qualifier, and he was sitting 7th at the opening quarter last time. Ended up finishing 7th. Different story here this morning as he's on top by 3 at the opening quarter in 29-2. So it's Cowboy Logic, the leader, moving into the backstretch. 3-4 lengths away, that is Neto in third, or in second. In third is Before and Beyond. Racing fourth is the last 3, and then it is back to National Sport and Utopian. So the lead shrinks up at the front. Cowboy Logic getting to call the shots here this morning with Philion getting closer in second. That was Neto. Everybody else tightens up now as well. Before and Beyond is third. Fourth is last 3. And then it's National Sport fifth. And sixth is Utopian. The half is up in 59 seconds flat. So that was 29-3 in the second quarter. And now Philion gives Cowboy Logic his cue to ramp it up. And he does just that as he looks to take off in the third quarter. Neto trying to go with them. Everybody else now is being left behind as it's a break of about 10 lengths back to Before and Beyond in third. That's not good enough for last 3. He's coming to the outside now, ready to go, followed by National Sport and Utopian. To 3/4, Cowboy Logic, and now to the outside comes Neto, 1:27-1, so they were pacing 28-1 there in the third quarter, and they're into the stretch. Cowboy Logic was trying to go coast to coast, and Neto now comes to the outside and powers to the lead. Here is Neto, and the Bettor's Delight Colt has the lead into the final 1/8 of the mile. Cowboy Logic in second. Here's National Sport on the outside into that position, followed by last 3, Before and Beyond and Utopian. It's going to be Neto to win. Finishing second was National Sport, only beat a length and a half. Then it was last 3, followed by Cowboy Logic, Before and Beyond, and Utopian, 1:55-3. Here's the order of finish from our 12th and final qualifier. Number 1, Before and Beyond, was 5th. Number 2, Cowboy Logic, 4th. Number 3, Last 3, was 3rd. Number 4, Neto was the winner. Number 5, National Sport, 2nd. Number 6, Utopian, 6th. And number 7 was scratched. 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 6. Scratch on the bottom. Fractions were 29-2, 59, 127-1, 155-3. The winner was number 4, Neto, a Bettor's Delight colt owned by Sinerco Ventures, trained by Tim Gillespie and driven to victory by Bob McClure. $44,000 Harrisburg purchase. He was qualifying for the second time here this morning. Last time out, ended up going his mile in 1:58 with a 27-2 final quarter. Today he wins in 1:55-3 off the 2-hole trip. Final quarter for that race was 28-2, probably about 28-1, maybe 28 for the winner, Neto, who wraps up today's qualifying session. That does it here at Mohawk Park. Don't forget, live racing tonight. First race post time, a special later post time of 7:55. This is Mark McKelvey wishing you a good afternoon. To those of you who have been watching our live stream, thanks for tuning in. And once again, a special thank you to the Central Ontario Standardbred Association for their sponsorship.